means a lot. Like I've told a lot of people, I'm still practicing and training a lot when I am home. It's just more, you know, I have the leisure of being able to take time off when needed. And every time I come out to play, I'm still wanting to win and have that competitive edge. But it's just nice to be able to have the life balance as well. So it's good to also see the hard work paying off in some type of way.
Okay.
Yeah. Lexi, does pressure feel any different this year compared to all the rest of the years as a semi-retired player?
Yeah, I would definitely say it does a bit in a way. It's hard to describe because, I mean, still every time I tee it up, there's that adrenaline rush of wanting to play well and those nerves, and I think everybody kind of has that, just wanting to play well and show that their hard work can pay off. But for me now, with like making the announcement, knowing that I'm not going to play as much, it's just, you know, I'm coming out here. If I play well, that's great. If I don't, it's just you move on, you go to the next one, and you know, I know I'm just going to play less and less.
How much does the quest to win another major motivate and drive you?
Oh, yeah, it drives me a lot. It drives me to win any tournament a lot. You know, we're all out here wanting to do our best and wanting to win because we know what we're capable of and we know how hard we practice and train. So, yeah, the drive is always there and always will be. But for a major championship, since I've won this one before, it's a special place in my heart. But I'm just going to go out there tomorrow, do my best, and that's all I can do.
So Lexi Thompson will be starting the day tomorrow, just 3 back. And you look at the 2 previous champions that we've had here at the Chevron at the club at Carlton Woods, and they have both been coming from behind victories. Lilia Vu started the day on Sunday 4 back as she went on to win in 2023, and Nelly Korda overcame a 1-shot deficit. So as you can see, it really is anyone's game. And with a packed leaderboard like this, Lexi Thompson is certainly someone that we should be watching tomorrow. It was fascinating. When she announced her retirement at the US Women's Open last year, we didn't really know what to expect. I don't think any of us saw her in contention at the Chevron, maybe this year and maybe in the next 4 majors to come this season. What do you make of Lexi being one of the big stories to win this title tomorrow?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I think announcing that she's semi-retiring, I think we keep saying it, but I think it did lift a lot of kind of pressure, expectation on her. I mean, she just said there in the press conference that she felt like now she gives herself permission to take time off. I don't know if she knows this, but she is like the CEO of her company. Like, she can actually take time off whenever she wants, but golfer's guilt is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Like, we are complete nutters in that sense, that we feel like if we do take time off, we're going to get kind of overtaken or overlapped by someone who, you know, it's always your position is to be taken. And so, look, she's definitely taking a little bit more time off. She was at Whistler at the start of the year. She's been to Bahamas a couple of times in the last 6 months. But she's still, like you said, she's extremely competitive. She's still very motivated. She just said then that she's still working extremely hard on her physical fitness, and she's grinding with her hands bleeding on her week off. And look, I think it's just made her a lot happier. I can definitely see that aura about her on the golf course, and that, you know, when Lexi's happy and she's playing the way she is, she's extremely dangerous when she's kind of, you know, playing well and come from behind, like you said. It's not somebody that you really want at your back, really.
Well, and talking about Whistler, that's where she got engaged. So she also is just in her personal life, just a very happy person. She's and you're right, when you feel good, you can play good, and she seems like that weight is lifted. And I think a lot of times golfers do play mind tricks with themselves a little bit by just saying at the Women's US Open last year that I'm stepping back. Then she went out and almost won the Meyer LPGA Classic, lost in a playoff to Lilia Vu. So, I mean, it almost was, you could see a visible weight taken off of her shoulders, and she went out and had a great Solheim Cup. Mm-hmm. And I would not be surprised if she is on the Solheim Cup yet again, just because of the way she is so competitive. She loves team events. She wants to be there. And she really is putting in all the work that you need to. And her ball striking has always been great. She's one of the longest players on tour. You can see her physically get airborne when she hits her drive. She hits it so aggressively. She has so much athleticism. But I've been really impressed with her putting, because that really has always been, particularly the short putts. When she gets nervous, she gets really jabby, and the putting stroke can get really off. I did not see that at all these last 3 days. It has been a beautiful putting stroke. She puts long putts phenomenally. I would say she's almost one of the best long putters on the LPGA Tour. She'll putt from off the green, and she has beautiful tempo on those long putts. So when she gets nervous and it gets a little jabby, but I wonder if just having that, I'm kind of stepping away from a fall schedule, that has now trickled into even her putting stroke.
Yeah, and I also will just say, just quickly add on to that, I mean, Lexi's basically been a professional golfer since she was 10 years old.
Yeah.
You know, we don't like using the word burnout, but, you know, it is pretty obvious that she is probably getting to that, to be honest. Like, she's lived the life of a professional athlete for so many years that now she's giving herself permission to take time off and days off and potentially even weeks off at a time. It has really given her that kind of new motivation, that new hunger to go, well, hang on, if I just grind for a couple of weeks, I can get ready for a tournament, and she's fresh. You know, she probably doesn't realise how tired and, you know, how much more important it is to recover. You know, she's not getting any younger. She's still very young and in great shape, but it does take a toll. All the travel, all the practice, all the grinding. And the way that she grinds, she does need a bit more time off the older that she gets.
Yeah.
Well, and not only has she been playing professionally basically since she was 10, she has held an incredible, I wouldn't say burden, but she is the face of American golf.
Yeah, great point.
And that is a very heavy burden or a heavy weight to carry, and she has carried it gracefully. But she has had that put on her since she was about 12 years old.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think she's still out there. She's still out there at the Pro-Am parties. There's a reason that she won the Founders Award, is like best exemplifying what it means to be a founder. She just won that. It's because she does do that, and she does it with grace. She signs autographs, but that has to also be very tiring to have that for so many years. But she's done it beautifully. And the LPGA, whenever she ends up actually leaving, the LPGA will really miss her. But I could see her doing this for the next couple of years.